What's happening today, guys? Today we're going to talk about the one thing you need to keep moving forward, and one lesson I've learned from speaking to this guy, Matt, such an incredible artist. And I'm going to detail about that, about the one habit you can create to really conquer your dyslexia and so much other stuff. Guys, I hope you enjoy this episode, and please comment, please share, and do that stuff. Anyway, guys, enjoy the episode and look forward to seeing you there. So the big question is this: how can dyslexics like us create a place, a community, a tribe where people at any stage of life can come and solve any challenge, amplify their strengths, and ultimately help them become who they were meant to be, or in other words, conquer their dyslexia? That is the question, and this show is the answer. My name's Theo Goff, and welcome to the Conquering Dyslexia podcast. Hello guys, I hope you're doing good, and I want to have a conversation today about something. Now, first of all, I want to say that this time I'm doing it right now is not I don't feel very, very comfortable doing this at this time. It's 7:30 p.m. I normally just do this at 5 p.m. bit before 5 to give you something, but because I had two things back to back that I had to do, and one of them was chatting to this guy, Mads is his first name, he's on Instagram, he's basically this artist to do with dyslexia. I had to chat to him because I'm doing something very special, ping thing together where I'm talking to loads of very, very great dyslexic people and ping all together. And I'm not going to talk about that because that's secret and that's special. But I want to talk about the conversation I had with him and what I learned from it, and give you just one insight from it, and one very, very valuable insight. I feel if you really take it on and understand the power of it, it could do something. You know what I mean? It could move you forward in your life. It could give you some realization. But also, before I jump into that, I want to talk about, look, I'm doing my Conquering Dyslexia live presentation. There's still a lot to do. Because the way I do it all, and then I don't do it all the best. I just make sure I know what I'm doing and make it better and better and better and better and better. And I was supposed to do loads yesterday, but I realised that there's two. I don't want to go into it, but basically that was a problem that I had to fix. And I don't know if you know, but about me, I call it right now very babyish. It is babyish, but basically I don't know if you have this, but my dad has it. It's when you can't do something, like you try and do something and then there's a problem, and then you physically feel like you're going insane. You physically feel like you just don't know how to do, don't know what to operate. And I've had this is like, I think might have maybe a tiny little bit of autism, but basically I get in these situations where something happened and I feel so uncomfortable that I feel like I'm screaming outside my skin. I feel like that, and especially when I get like that in public situations, I cannot take it. It's building up. It's like a catapult. I can't understand it. There's a few very small things that happen that trigger a thing in my brain that feel like I'm about to explode. And now when that happens, like privately, when I'm just inside my house doing my work, I can scream and I can shout and I can yell and I can throw things. Now that was happening yesterday. These two PowerPoints wouldn't mix up, and I think I was tired or doing stuff, and I just got really angry. And I shouted, my dog, bless her, she knows when I've been angry before, and she knows, she comes up and, you know what I mean, and make sure I'm okay, and she gets a bit worried. So I was stroking her a couple of times, then I was like, okay, I know what to do, let's do this, had a problem. I tried to do it, got angry again. I think I threw like a book around, yeah, I threw my book around, now it's broke. But anyway, so my whole point is a little bit behind schedule, and I'm a little bit behind schedule, and I'm just saying because I want to stay committed to doing these podcasts every single day. I have to do that. Why do I have to do that? Because I said to myself I'm going to do it. I said to myself I want to do these podcasts. I want to add value. I want to really impact people. I want to grow myself. Part of that is growing, to be an example to everyone else, to be an example, maybe being like a leader of like, look, want to do something, do what you say you're going to do, be consistent with that. Conquering dyslexia is about taking responsibility over your life. And the more I grow, the more I can help you grow. Does that make sense? Because I can't take you to a place that I haven't been. I can't make you grow like past what I have grown. Does that make sense? So I want to pre-frame that saying, I'm really excited to doing this now. I've had caffeine and all that stuff, but it's not comfortable doing that. I mean, there was a question in my mind about doing it or don't do it. But anyway, I'm doing it, as you can see. So this interview I done with this person called Matt. He's an incredible person. He does I Am Dyslexic YouTube video. Won so many short films. Won so many awards. Has almost got 1 million views. It's about dyslexia. It's really uncommon. And he's done it. I remember watching this video a year ago, and I cried when I saw it. First time I saw it. How amazing this is. 100% you check that video out. I'll leave a thingy in the show notes to it, saying check this out. It's so amazing. So anyway, that was happening, and I was talking about him, about his journey, and he's basically said something I didn't really expect. I was talking about passion and things like that. He said that like that was a common theme for the whole thing. That's what I want to talk to you about. There's a common theme throughout. He had a really tough child, really tough, and there was no role models. There's no people helping. There's no one to look up to. But he had a goal. He had a goal, like he wanted to do right. He wanted to do art. Whether what that meant, he wasn't sure, but he wanted to do art. He would do whatever it takes to do that. And because he was going through hell and back, and I don't need to go into details about what he went through, because my guess is if you got dyslexia, you've been through your own version of hell, haven't you? School, this, that, awful situations. But because he knew what he wanted to get, he found a way to overcome those things. Because one of the things he said, and it's one of the main things I got from the talk, but obviously you have to watch it when it's out. I'm not going to tell you details about that. But he said that he has to, the habit that he created is to look in a mirror every single day and talk to yourself. Look in the mirror, and people, you mean his friends around him, you mean his parents around him, like, you're looking in the mirrors all the time. I want to give you mirrors as gifts. So he could stare at himself more. And I was like, well, don't people think you're vain? And he was like, oh, I never focused on that. I was focused on myself. Because he had to be his own hero. He had to be the one that Yumi looked up to himself. He looked in the mirror and he said, I love you to himself. And listen, I'm going to be totally authentic. That's hard for me to do. It's hard for me to say, I love me to myself. That's hard. It feels weird. It doesn't feel comfortable. That's something I have to work on. But he looked in the mirror every single day, multiple times a day. He looked in my mirror. It may not say verbal stuff. He just thought to himself. He just thought, okay, this is me. I am here. This is my current situation in life, and it's not a good situation. He said, I have to get myself out of it. I have to take responsibility and go to my next level. And he was saying that to himself. And all that kind of stuff. And that's one habit, and I was so eye-opening that every single day, so like 7 years ago, he'd done that. He said every single day from that point, even now, he gets up, he looks in the mirror, and he talks to himself, says, I love you. I'm here, I love you, I'm waiting for the day, and let's move on. He'd say so many more things, like, he would talk to him, be authentic with yourself. Because I promise you, I've done this to a certain extent. I haven't done it to a certain extent that he's done it, but I had other habits. But one of the simplest habits to form, to get to where you want to go, is look in a mirror every single day. You go in your kitchen, you look in a mirror, you talk to yourself. You do a couple of things. You talk to yourself. The first thing you do, you understand where you are right now with your life. Where are you right now? Are you in a good place? Or are you in an absolute horrible, rubbish, crappy place? If you're in a horrible, rubbish, crappy place, be honest with yourself. That's what I like. I hated my dyslexia. I hated my life. I had no confidence. Couldn't speak to anyone. I had to be honest with myself. I hate my life. And I realised the only person who was going to improve that was myself. I got obsessed with improving myself. But I think the one habit out of all would be self-reflection. Constant self-reflection. Look in the mirror. So, okay, what do I have to do? I'm rubbish and I have to make it perfect. And here's the first thing. First thing is see how it is. Second thing is realise it's only up to you to change it. Only up to you to get to where you want to be. Only up to you. You have to be your own hero. You have to say positive stuff to yourself. Look in the mirror and saying, you can do this. You can do this. You can get better. You can improve. You can get better on some things. One thing he said, I'm really trying to cut it short here, but he said that find something you're passionate in. You can get mastery over. Because once you get mastery over that thing, you'll feel proud about yourself. You can work on something you love and enjoy. And then having passion and having mastery over this one specific skill, drawing, singing, talking, computers, design, Lego making, whatever it is, getting so mastery over one little skill, then it'll branch out into other areas. Like he said, so many examples, but I'm not going to talk about them. So many cool examples. Branch out into other areas they can go into, they can do. And I want to make this little message here. saying, have a dream. So many of us have a dream when we're younger. You know what I mean? Like, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do all these things. Then we're faced with reality. Reality says the situations we try and then we fail. And we think this failure is negative. Like, this failure stops us doing things. And then we get hit back and say, oh, we're not going to follow our dreams. We can't do this. We're not this sort of person. But my main thing out of this podcast, dream again. Do it again. Have courage, have faith to do it again and step up and go and do that thing. Go after that pursuit and grow in the process. And that to me is kind of like the essence of conquering dyslexia. That to me is the essence to building that foundation so you can live the life that you deserve because you put the work in for it. Because look, you're a human being, but if you spend the whole time blaming, if you spend the whole time not looking to other people, if you spend the whole time finding reasons why it's wrong, not reasons why it's right, not reasons why you can improve, then guess what? That's what you're going to experience out of life. And I do not want that. And I know you don't want that. But I'm here to say, get out of that habit, get out of that rat race, get out of the normal mentality of blaming your dyslexia and get into something positive. Anyway, guys, I hope you love this episode. Subscribe, all that stuff, and remember, I'm doing a Conquer Dyslexia live thing. I'm so excited, working it tirelessly. 11th and 13th of December. Haven't signed on, sign on now. It's gonna be so exciting. Anyway, guys, take care, farewell, and bye.